Hello, hello. How's it going? Today is going to be a beautiful day. Man, I'm excited. I'm so excited, actually. This is going to be great. This is going to be a good live. And I believe it. 100% wholeheartedly believe that this live will be amazing. And I want to pretty much start off and start it right. Start it right. I have something special for you guys. I think this will set us up for the road ahead in this short video. So let's get started.
We need to take a look into the future. There are four things to consider in terms of attitude. One is how you feel about the past. Best advice I can give you on that is treat the past as a school. Let it teach you the mistakes you've made, the things that went wrong, the things that didn't work. Don't use the past as a burden to carry, and don't use the past as a club to beat yourself to death. Past losses, past failures, past mistakes. But let the past be a school. Tough school, maybe. We've all been through some tough stuff. So if you feel good about the past, draw from it for experience and let it teach you. Then next is how you feel about the future. We've got to have the future well designed. The future is called the promise. And here's what we teach in our leadership series. The promise of the future can be an awesome force for your own future. The promise of the future, designing the future. There's two ways to face the future. One is with apprehension, and the other is with anticipation. I promise you, in my travels around the world, most people face the future with apprehension. And here's why. They don't have it well designed. They've sort of left that up to someone else to fix. But here's the best way to face the future, with anticipation. And you can face the future with anticipation if the future is clear, if the future is well designed. And I would like to have you consider some thoughts with me that help me to really change my future by giving it some thought and some consideration. And here it is. In setting goals, it's very simple. Number one, decide what you want. You just take a little time. You sit down and say, what do I want? What kind of skills do I want? What kind of income do I want for the future? What would I like? Where would I like to go? Places I'd like to visit. Habits I'd like to acquire. Skills I'd like to have. You just take a little time to think about what you want. Economics, friendships, people you'd like to meet, places you'd like to go. You just take some time. And then I suggest, when you've thought about what you want for the future, make a list. Just jot it all down. So really a very simple process. And then here's number three. Keep all the old lists. I'm telling you, this served me so well, keeping my old list of goals. I look back now 10, 20 years ago at goals I set, lists I made, and I smile now because here's what I thought was so important, 20 years ago. Now some of those things aren't even on my list. I've got a new list. I've grown, I've changed, I've matured. But I give you that advice. Decide what you want. Number two, write it down. Number three, keep the old lists. And then here's number four. When you get something that's on one of these lists, check it off. Part of the fun of having a list is checking it off. And then if you can add some drama to checking it off, see, that's what really helps. I set a goal to go to Spain many, many years ago. And when I finally made my first trip to Spain, I had that journal with me that had that list in it. And while I had my journal on my lap, waiting for the wheels to touch down in Madrid, I waited until the wheels touched the runway and I checked it off. Just adding a little drama. So part of the fun of having a list is checking it off. Now, here's what's important about the lists and designing your future. If the future gets clear, the price gets easier. Because you got to remember, for every promise, there's a price to pay. Everybody's got to pay the price. Everybody's got to do the deal. Everybody's got to do the disciplines. Everybody has to pay. But here's what I've discovered. If the promise is clear and powerful, the price is easy to pay. The price is some classes. The price is a few books. The price is a few disciplines. The price is finding something that'll make your life better, make you grow, make you change, make you develop. So the first part of the key is to design the promise. Then, what is the price to pay? I'm telling you, the price will be easy. Anybody in my audience can pay, no matter where you are, where you come from. Color doesn't matter, religion doesn't matter, where you grew up doesn't matter, circumstances don't matter. I'm telling you, if you'll make the promise of the future clear for yourself, the things you want, the places you want to go, the things you want to have, the person you want to become, the skills you want, the homes you want, the future you want, the friends you want, all of the values of life that you could possibly want. If you'll make that clear, make those lists, and be serious about it, I promise you it's an easy price to pay. Anybody can pay it. And the best advice I can give you is if I can do it, you can do it. Farm boy from Idaho, raised in obscurity, I changed my life, turned it upside down, turned it all around, found economics, found future, found promise. And if I can do it, you can do it. So start setting your goals and see if you can't get a better excitement going.
All right, guys. Wow. Good pause, right at goals. But honestly, um something just happened. I lost my charger, which is it creates that sense of urgency that we need in our life. And so I'm gonna keep this short, sweet, powerful. And so we're gonna get going. Honestly, I don't even remember the title of this video. It just came to me, and I wrote it down. And so I'll read it. And honestly, you know, we need to understand the mindset of what is going to get us to success, what is going to get us to the top of the mountain. And I remember this one story of this man that used to work with me back in my old days, and he specifically was already talking what I'm doing now, as he was talking about bitcoins and and cryptos and stuff. And so he was speaking something that people all around him weren't getting. It's like he was professing, but like people weren't receiving. It's like sending a signal, and the signal was getting received. And this man, this my coworker, he has so many dreams, like so many aspirations, so many thoughts that we think of now. And he was doing it 2-3 years ago, just like Christian Vargas, just like Neno Torres. um, they had a vision, they had belief in that what they were doing is right, what they were doing is going to help a lot of people, what they're doing is the future. And so they had that belief, they had that passion. I saw Christian Vargas. He was doing a training with me yesterday, and his passion, just the way he was speaking, he wanted to help. He saw something in us. And so he was serving, but his service was so filled with passion, filled with love, filled with trying to have us realize that we have so much more to give, so much more in our lives that we can give to people. And so we were all at that point of that coworker, and we believed, but sometimes that belief goes away. It goes away, and our dreams go away with it. It's like we don't think it's possible anymore. And why is that? Why is that? We sometimes we may think it's our morning routine. We sometimes think of it as our drinking water, or this or that, these tactics, these aiding things. But it's more than that. It's a lot more than that. We have multiple keys that we have to unlock and take us on this journey to climb that mountain. And so there's so much possibility, so many things we can do in this world to build it, to create a better space, create that utopia that people, that just like I believed in that coworker, that this utopia was not real. This utopia was not possible. And when we see it as a cult. We see it as something that's unrealistic, that is something that it isn't. And so unfortunately we have to find our why. For me, my why is to help people. That's that's what drives me. It's not the money. I procrastinate on the money because I'm focused on spreading the message. But you need both. You need both. You need to understand business. You need to understand the things that Jim Rohn teaches. You need to understand the things that Alex Morin teaches. You need to understand a lot to be able to give back, you know and even if you can give back a penny, if you can give back, a crunch bar, you can give back, 12 dozen donuts, you can give back anything. It doesn't have to be a lot. It can be just one date. Dates are something that I specifically eat, but it could be anything. It could be anything. It literally can be anything. And so, understanding our why, and why not choose a righteous why, that is really important, because monetary, material things pass away, and when we're no longer here, we can't take any of that with. What we can take with is saying, oh, I lived my life, I did good in this world, I can leave peacefully. And so that's the thing, that's something we need to think about. And so I wanted to teach that, and is that, um once we focus on our why, we can shift our impoverished mind. Is that a word? Just the poverty that is passed on. So we need to understand the mindset too. That unhappiness is taught to you, that rich is evil, that the school system is good, is teaching us how to bring about wealth for our family, generational wealth. Doesn't have to be generational wealth. It can be safety and security for some. Some, it could be self-actualization, where we want to reach our potential. It could be whatever you want. You need to find it for yourself. You need to find your chief aim. And so, just like Robert Kiyosaki, he had a rich dad and he had a poor dad. He had the good influences and the bad influences. And so you need to find those people. You need to find those teachers who are doing what they say they're doing. They are teachers, and your teachers that you have now in school, they can become your, let me watch what I'm saying, they can become teachers to you in a different light, because we have to leverage ourselves. Leverage is everything. You're able to leverage, time, where you can break free from it. You can leverage, a lot of things, as far as people, and in a beautiful light, a good intention, because intentions are important. Intentions are everything. When you help someone, you need to make sure your intentions are pure, your intentions are clean, and we don't want to misguide anyone. Trust me, we do not want to misguide anyone. And so, how does rich dad think? Learn. There's people all around you where you can reach out to people, spread the message. Because who knows, there might be that mentor, might need that person that teaches you something that can revolutionize your life, that brings a fire in you, that uplifts you, changes your day-to-day life, changes your family, changes everything. And so we need to focus on risk to reward. You know, if we want the reward of something big, if you want to be a billionaire, for example, there's a lot of risk, but you also have to work for it. You have to climb that mountain. You can't go up halfway and then go back down, because sometimes there's no going back down. You have to keep on going, keep pushing, keep pushing. And also, don't focus on the sunk cost. No matter what your past is, no matter what your past is, you need to focus on the present moment and the future, because it all shall pass, and it already has passed. Why are you focused on it? Don't focus on it. You are who you are now. Don't judge your past. Don't let, for you, the person judging, don't judge, because we all can be, burnt from this life, but we can also become and bloom into something so beautiful, so beautiful. And so the point is, climb that mountain. We can get down 7 times, but the eighth, we need is that eighth, ninth, and 10th to really get back up, and it's all worth it in the end. All worth it in the end. And so I'll leave you with that. Focus on Even if you lose 7, you just need 3. You just need 3. And so I'll leave you with that. And I hope the best for you. I hope you think I have the best intentions, because you shouldn't think. You should know when someone's consistently, there's no missed patterns. There's no disconnects with someone's character. You should believe in them. You should support them. And we always have to focus on character, manners, values, uphold the best of the best, and be the best of the best. And so I'll leave you with that, because this laptop's about to die. And so, GBY, okay?